All right, I'm sharing my screen. I propose we go ahead and get started. Welcome, everyone. My name is Przemek Bosak. I'm the Assistant Director for Instructional Innovation here at the CATL. We are concluding the first full week of Summer of AI with this workshop on the basics of Illinois Chat. Illinois Chat, a really, really useful tool. And as I was saying just a few moments ago, some of the things I'll be describing will be taken from the two previous workshops from yesterday and the day before, although you need not worry if you didn't attend those previous two. You will not be behind. I'll be able to answer any outstanding questions that there might be that you may be having. You do not need to have attended those two previous sessions. Secondly, I'm noticing on the registration sheet that we have a couple of guests not affiliated with the University of Illinois Urbana-Champaign. I'm not sure if you have access to Illinois Chat, but even if you don't, when you try sign in and you're unsuccessful, please stick with us. Your universities may at some point employ the same or similar tools if they haven't already. So even if you can't workshop along with us, please stick around and observe the session so that when your universities adopt these same solutions, you will be ahead of the curve already. Okay, so without any further ado, my colleague Andrew is going to be monitoring the chat. Should there be any questions, please post them in the chat and they will be relayed to me. Okay, so the agenda is, I'll describe in a nutshell what Illinois Chat is, the advantages of using it over different tools, and then we'll do some creation. We'll create an AI teaching assistant. I'll teach you how to turn on the tutor mode, and I'll also show you a pretty sweet data analysis feature. It tracks the metrics and the traffic of your specific chatbot that you create in Illinois Chat, which could come in very handy to your specific use cases, especially for those of you who are college instructors. We will, of course, address privacy and security issues for those of you who were here with me the previous 2 days. You'll be hearing me once again, or probably more than once, reminding you of the importance of privacy and security whenever employing any generative AI solution. And hopefully at the end of the session, we will have time to field questions. Notice the picture that I employed and from yesterday and the workshop on Adobe Firefly. I use Adobe Firefly to augment my presentations. I use Adobe Firefly for creation of visual aids, and these tools, though they're getting better, they are still having trouble executing any written text. As you can tell, that newspaper is written in gibberish. Okay, so what is Illinois Chat? Illinois Chat was made in-house by the National Center for Supercomputing Applications. And in its the first and the main goal for creating it was to create an AI teaching assistant for every course at UIUC. And that comes with a big caveat. It is not meant to replace your human TA for those of you who are college instructors. It is not meant to replace your human TA. It can offer some services at 3 a.m. in the morning where undergrad students, I think that's the most popular hour for a lot of them to work on their assignments, especially the day before the assignments are due. So if they have any questions about your course and need to get in contact with your TA, this digital TA could serve them, could be used in your human TA's stead. Illinois Chat can be very effectively utilized as your personal LLM, and you'll see what I mean in just a moment when we start workshopping this tool. The main advantage of using UIUC Chat is due to the fact that it is locally hosted, and as such, you have control over your information sources. Unlike vendor-driven sites like ChatGPT, all API interactions are contractually hidden and do not train on your data. That's the advantage, the distinct advantage of utilizing UIUC or Illinois Chat. You have full control over your information sources. It provides you with unlimited uploads. There really isn't any limit as to how many different documents you are able to upload into your chatbot. And you'll see what I mean by that in just a moment. It provides, pardon me, it provides you with citations. In addition to answering your questions, it is going to locate the specific document from its knowledge base where that information came from, and you'll see that in action in just a moment. And additionally, it provides you with a robust user analytics tool, and that will come in really handy, especially when you're wanting to track the traffic with your chatbot and interactions with your chatbot by your students. Okay. So without any further ado, we're going to start exploring. I would like to all to go to this web address, uiuc.chat, and meet me there. Do not sign in yet, okay? We'll explore some of its options before we even before we even sign in and create a custom chatbot, okay? So uiuc.chat, and I'll see you there in just a moment. So this is the main interface. It recently underwent a facelift, but it will probably undergo numerous facelifts before the fall semester in the future. You'll notice that there's some, if you're being observant, and I'm sure a lot of you are, the web address is uiuc.chat, whereas the tool on its interface, on its main page, is referred to as Illinois Chat. That integration, or that facelift, if you will be implemented, were promised before the start of the fall semester. So UIUC Chat will be replaced with Illinois.chat. That will be the go-to web address. But for now, UIUC.chat is the way to go. So before I describe all of these boxes and all of these functions on it, I want you all to click on this try it out button, and that's what you see. I'll let you read over this brief description that it provides you with automatically as you enter the bot. Okay, simple enough. So without even signing in, you can start interacting with it the same way you would interact with a Microsoft Copilot or ChatGPT or any one of these chatbots. But I want to show you, before we get there, before I let you explore, I want to point you to this very bottom button, which says, for now, mine is set to DeepSeek. Yours is probably set to a different engine. If you click on it, okay, here's what comes up. And this is one of the unique features of Illinois Chat, UIUC Chat, is that you can select the model you want to do your search with from this menu. And there are a number of different options. There is an NCAA-hosted VLM, and VLM, for those of you who don't know what that is a vision language model, an AI model that combines the ability to understand and process both visual data, like images and videos, and textual data. And this one is hosted in-house, as I said, by the NCSA. There are 3 other NCSA-hosted models, the Llama, the DeepSeek, and the Qwen 14, along with a few other ones. So the ChatGPT Mini, for the sake of today's session, we are going to only focus on the NCSA-hosted ones, the top 4, okay? So first, Sorry? So firstly, I'd like you to select the VLM, Quen 2.5. All right. And once you select your model, there's a couple of other functions you'll see, such as the temperature. Higher values will make the output more random, while lower values will make it more focused and deterministic. Let's stick with the default one of 0.01. Okay, yeah. Saying that they do not have these options. Really? Okay.
Something else popped up and then I had to scroll down. Yeah.
Okay. For those of you who found a workaround on it, can you repeat that for me?
It's like on more details that was expanded and then I had to like kind of scroll down.
More details. So to answer that question, if you can expand the window and there are more details if you scroll down. So
yeah.
Are people still having trouble with that?
No, there you go.
Okay, nice. And so this VLM Quen 2.5 NCSA hosted, as I said, and it describes all of these other models. But as I said, for the sake of time and this session, we're going to focus only on the ones that are hosted by the NCSA. The fancy retrieval function, I'm sorry to say, I would have shown it to you. It is disabled at the moment. Okay, so we won't be workshopping that feature. All right, so we've got the Quen 2.5 now selected. I'm going to show you a few interactions from this morning, and I'll show you what I did, and then I'll let you experiment. I'll give you a few moments to experiment with these different models. But here's what I did this morning. I uploaded a photo of myself, and I asked to describe what's in the attached picture. And this is the VLM that I just mentioned, the model that is capable of processing photos and videos. And if you'll see, it came up, I must say, with a really, really accurate reading and a really, really accurate interpretation of what's in the picture, down to really some really bizarre and minute details, you know, the color of my tie, the shirt. It analyzes the background and lighting. And as I went through this description, it is really, really quite accurate. I didn't see any problems. Although, you know, granted, the picture only contains my face and nothing in the background, but it analyzed my photo really quite efficiently and effectively. Okay. So that's what I did with Quen 2.5. Then, for those of you who were with me on Monday, I repeated the same query I used in Microsoft Copilot. And here's my prompt. I'm a professional classical musician. Create an itinerary for a 7-day trip to Vienna for a music lover such as myself. And lo and behold, just like with Microsoft Copilot, I got a detailed itinerary. Okay. So, and then what I did was I switched engines. I switched from Quen, I switched my engine, my model to DeepSeek. And one of the special features of DeepSeek is, and then I repeated the same, I retyped the prompt, create an itinerary, blah, blah, blah. What DeepSeek does is before it provides you with an answer, it shows you its thought process.
Excuse me, can I ask something? Is the same language like the DeepSeek uses?
This is DeepSeek, locally hosted DeepSeek.
But safe to use it.
Safe, yes. And notice, for those of you who are with me on Tuesday, when we were workshopping Copilot, when we created this itinerary, I told you that for one day, it provided me with a list of museums which it would have been impossible for me to visit all of these museums on the same day, given the distances between them and their operating hours. Now, notice what DeepSeek does. I'll start by thinking about the key places. No, right here, sorry. I should also consider the logistics of traveling in Vienna. Public transportation is efficient, so I'll plan for that. However, some places might be spread out, so I need to ensure there's enough time between destinations without too much backtracking. Copilot struggled with that and it provided me with an itinerary that, as I said, given the distances between the museums that it came up with, it would have been impossible to hit on that one afternoon. Now, DeepSeek is even being mindful of that. So it shows you the thought process, and then it gives you the actual itinerary here below. I haven't really gone through it in any great detail to tell you if there are any errors in this logic, if there are places or spots or any problems with it. But here it is. I got my answer. Ava, was there a question?
You compared the two side by side.
Mhm.
What was missing from the more, I would imagine the second
Mhm.
one being more abbreviated, but more correct.
Mhm.
Just curious how much. was
The
missing.
question is, when comparing the two itineraries side by side, what was missing? And I am sorry and ashamed to say that I didn't do that comparison. So, I won't be able to comment on that. But so I'm going to give you 5 minutes or so. I want you to explore the four different NCAA hosted models, and I want you to do some preliminary exploration of Illinois chat. Okay, I'll be back with you at 26 or 27 after or so.
I'm not sure if you should be. Seems like all the new users, GPT 4.1 will be.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, it was for me as well when I opened UIUC chat this morning. The question or the comment is that ChatGPT Mini was the default model, and it was like that for me when I opened the tool this morning. But for the sake of this workshop, I would like us to focus on the NCAA hosted ones. So switch from ChatGPT. You can work with it on your own time, but right now, as we're workshopping, please explore the ones that are hosted by the NCSA. Yes.
So then that saying that is the GPT one is not locally hosted.
It's not locally hosted.
So how do you identify if it's
It
NCSA?
Yeah. If you expand the menu, it tells you. It's a little difficult to see. The color scheme is not that great, but above Quen 2.5, it says that it is NCA hosted, and above these three, it's the same comment. Yes.
So there's possible to use the chat offline.
I don't see how, honestly.
Not possible.
No, I don't think so. I haven't tried, but I mean, you have to access its interface through the World Wide Web. Oh, as a standalone app?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so. This is a good question. Is it possible? I believe that I haven't researched it myself, but I haven't seen anyone use it offline, or I've only seen it as a web-based tool. I don't think there is a standalone app that you can upload and utilize Illinois chat through. For now, I think it's a purely web-based tool.
But is there a difference if you sign in or not? If you have more features?
Yes. So, good question. Hang on to that thought. Once we're done with this preliminary exploration, we're going to sign in together. I'm going to show you how to do that because it's for some of us, it can get tricky. And then I'll show you more robust features that are available to those who do sign in. And if anybody has any comments about the tools that they are workshopping right now, please post them in the chat. If you have any observations, any comments you'd like to share, please do so. Pretty quick, yeah. Really? Which model are you utilizing? DeepSeek? Hmm. Does anybody have the same issue? DeepSeek being unresponsive? Has anyone seen that? No? Same issue. Okay.
TV is slowly answering questions, so it's still getting responses to that, but
Qwen 14 is being slow, I'm told. Some of you are having trouble with DeepSeek too. So I will admit the previous time I did this workshop, there wasn't any trouble with DeepSeek, but one of the Qwen models was being slow and unresponsive. So I'm sorry to say this isn't, it appears that this is not an uncommon problem. UIUC chat or Illinois chat is still being developed. It's not unreliable, and there's always at least one one engine, one LLM or VLM that is working, but evidently. Oh, so it's back on.
It just takes.
It takes a minute. Okay, thank you. All right, so I'll give you one more minute. At 27 after, we're going to continue on with the workshop. Okay, it's 27 after. So we'll go ahead and we'll continue our workshop by creating a TA. So I'd like you all to click on the Illinois chat icon at the top of the screen to take us back to the main page. And I will have you all click on the sign in button. And when you see this screen, if you try typing your email and password into the top two fields, you will fail at signing into it. The only way to access it for us UIUC folks is to sign in with Microsoft.
I was able to get in on the non-UIUC account.
Okay, great. Okay, so I'm hearing that non-UIUC users are also able to log into it.
We're working for Google.
Oh, through a Google account.
Yeah.
Okay.
Separate.
Oh, gotcha.
Look at the same features or different?
I don't know. I've never logged in to it with my Google account. But I'd be surprised if they were different. Okay, so we're in, okay? So let's create a new project. Click on the plus new project button at the top of the screen. And let's name this project Summer of AI Demo. And let's hit create. And this is the interface you should see. This is the page you should see, okay? Anyone with me?
Still on DeepSeek, or where it should be someplace else?
It doesn't matter at this point. All right, so let's look at this dashboard. Okay, you can upload materials into your custom TA that come in all different types and formats. PDFs, Word documents, PowerPoints, spreadsheets, videos, images, audio files, even code, okay? Additionally, you can link it to Canvas. You can point a URL or more at it. You can connect it with a GitHub repository, even Coursera and MIT course, okay? A super robust, you can create a very, very, very robust knowledge base with all types of different material formats, okay? So up here on the right, in the right margin, you can create a project description. You can say this is a digital TA, for instance, a digital TA for chemistry 101. Okay. You can set a greeting such as, welcome, this is a TA for chemistry 101. How can I help you? You can set example questions, for instance, and you've seen it in other with other tools, just like a regular chat bar or greeting bot. One of the example questions, set questions could be, hello, how can I help you? Or are you looking for help with homework? Are you interested in knowing when the office hours for this class are? Would you like to know the contact information for the professor? Or what are the contents of the syllabus? So on and so forth. You can submit all of these things, and I will let you explore them on your own time. In the meantime, don't switch out. Oh, and by the way, up here you can see this share chatbot icon. When you click on it, you can add administrators to it. You can put you could potentially share it with your human TA and give them access to update the data and the knowledge base and to perform analytic studies into what's happening in the class. Okay. All right. Don't leave this page. I am going to show you one that I have already created, and I'm going to show you what it looks like.
Very quickly, there's
Uh-huh.
some people having help signing in. Can you walk through this very briefly?
Yes. The question is, people are having trouble logging in. So through the main page, once you select this sign in button, and then from the options that show up, click on the Microsoft icon. If you're and sign in with, if it asks for your email address, sign in with your University of Illinois address. It won't ask you for your password. All it needs is your email address. Okay, so here's a bot Jamie Nelson and I created. Look, at the project description, we named it CATL Chatbot Assistant. We set a greeting asking about anything relating to CATL. We created some sample questions, and all we did, we only, under project files, you can see the collection of the knowledge base that you assigned it. For now, we only fed it the URL to CATL's homepage, okay? But it is reading all of these subpages very efficiently, including staff directory, calendar, online programs. It is very, very efficient at reading and understanding the content of the web page, okay? All right, so I'm going to open this specific engine, and I'm going to show you how it works. How do I learn more about generative AI? And here we go. This is a question I had already asked it. That's why the answer came up so quickly. And this was answered with the Qwen 2.5 engine, okay? But notice down here, it shows you these. I told you that citations is one of its features. They're all the same because with this one, it only has one source of information, the CATL website. But if it were a collection of, say, PDFs and your Canvas, Canvas page for your class, or some other sources, it would identify them and it would post them here in the margin. Oh, wait a minute. Now there's even one from our Facebook page, which isn't really updated on a regular basis. All right. Okay. Any questions?
Signing in, I did let them know to sign in with Microsoft or Google
Uh-huh.
buttons. Is there any way they can follow here, or?
I haven't seen this. The question is, there's somebody still having problems logging in through with either via Microsoft or Google I haven't personally encountered that problem, and off the top of my head, I honestly don't know what other solution I can offer you. Yes.
It directed me back to like just the search page and I had to go to Illinois chat. Like, I guess, are they just not getting in?
They're just not getting in, not signing in. Okay.
To go to Illinois chat was very helpful for me. If they click on Illinois chat, maybe.
Illinois. Oh, okay. Potentially, this could be a solution. Go back and retype the web address, uiuc.chat. If you're trying to log in through illinois.chat, that is a functioning web address, but I don't think you'll be able to log in if you're trying to enter it through illinois.chat. Make sure it is uiuc.chat. I have actually had that problem. Okay. Right, so I showed you how to create a TA. You click on new project. We named it Summer of AI, a demo. I showed you the dashboard and how to upload the documents. And I showed you how it works. The next thing I'd like to show you is how to create a tutor, okay? But before I do that, I mean, bear with me, folks. There is a method to my madness, okay? So here is a bot I created called Mathematical Systems Theory Quiz, okay? I uploaded one document, one PDF of a pretty dense paper combining music theory and mathematics, okay? And here, and I asked it to create a 10-question quiz from the reading. And the reading, as I said, was a PDF of a paper. And it came up with lo and behold, it came up with a 10-question quiz with the answer key to boot, okay? And then I asked the same bot to solve a system of equations. Solve this system of equations, equation 1, equation 2. And it did the work for me, and it gave me the answer. The solution is x is equal to 11/5, y is equal to 6/5, which is the right solution, by the way. I did go back and verify its math. I checked its math. This is the right solution. But this isn't what we need. This isn't a tutor. This is a calculator, or this is a person or a bot that is solving the problems for you. As an instructor, you don't necessarily need that if you're trying to utilize a UIUC chat as your digital TA. Okay, so I created yet a third bot. I called it Math Problems, okay? And I show you what I did to turn on the tutor feature, okay? So up here under Admin Dashboard, and you can do that too on your computers, click on Admin Dashboard, then go to Prompting. Admin Dashboard, then Prompting. And this is what you should see. And over here on the right, where it says AI behavior settings, turn on the guided learning feature. I think the default is the off, for it to be off. Please turn it on. If you hover over that exclamation, no, that's an I. It shows you what that is. Document-based references only. If you're creating your TA and you only want your tutor to use the knowledge, to use your uploaded documents as its only database, knowledge base, this should be turned on as well. That way it won't visit the World Wide Web. It will be restricted to only the materials that are in its knowledge base. So with these two turned on, please go down here on the left and click on Update System Prompt.
The admin dashboard. clear on it. It's just the dashboard, right?
Okay, no, I don't have, Linda's.
Content is here.
And make sure to turn on these features, you gotta update system prompt down here, okay? Now I'm going to go back to that tutor that I created, and I'll prove to you that it works. This is the same problem, solve the system of equations. But lo and behold, instead of solving it, the solution was 11/5 and 6/5. It's just showing me the process of arriving at the solution. This really works as a tutor. Are you with me, folks? Yeah. So this is one of these really super cool and useful features. Instead of giving the answer to the problem, it simply does act as a tutor by talking the user, through the process of arriving at the solution. Okay. So there's that. We created a tutor. All right. And I am going to show you this super useful analysis tool. And for this, I'm going to go back to the CITL chatbot that was created to find you haven't had any interactions with your chatbots yet, so you will not have any data. So please observe my screen. You can find this tool once again under Dashboard, Analysis. And this tool isn't yet popular. We haven't deployed it, but we've already had 40 different conversations, 48 different messages, 7 total users. You can learn all types of data from it. I'm going to switch from last month to all-time data. You can see what the traffic was like on any given day, and what hours of what days are the most popular hours. This might be useful to you if this is your TA, your digital TA. You can track interactions of your student interactions with this bot. You can see that they're seeking help on Mondays and Fridays from noon till 3 p.m. the most, for instance. Or there isn't any traffic on the weekends, which leads you to believe that they don't do any homework on the weekends and they only work on homework during the work days. This data is visualized. This data is numerized. This is, again, a really, really superb feature of this tool. It allows you to track the number of interactions, the nature of interactions, what the most popular questions are, things of that sort.
You're supposed to go to track and specific students.
That I don't, well, let's see if I click on, maybe not. The question was, can we track who these specific students are? And perhaps you cannot. I don't think so. Okay, I don't want to overwhelm you folks. I think this is a really, really good start, however. I am going to give you, let's say, actually, why not? Because I've got to show you one more thing, okay? This is simple, but once again, really useful. So once again, if you're on the administrative dashboard, here's how you can employ your digital TA in how you can link it up with Canvas. So if you click on this icon, Canvas, and it says configure import, it is going to show you, it is going to talk you through the process of utilizing this bot within Canvas. And there's one very, very important step you must perform, and that is you must enroll this bot, UI UC chat, as one of your students, as a faux student in your class. Without it, it won't work. But this is how to do it, described via this in this frame. And there's also a little video that walks you through that process. It isn't hard. It's not too time consuming, but unless you perform all of the steps described here, you won't be able to do that, to do what it does. And once again, you get that, you reach that by clicking on this configure import text, and then this window pops up and it talks you through how to configure UI/UC chat in your course, in your Canvas course. Okay, what have we got next?
Quick question.
Yes, question.
Do you try this with Coursera?
I have not tried it with Coursera, but all it needs is the URL. Uh-huh. You'll see
Goes back
it'll be, yes, if it, you, so go back and make sure that this bot is one of your students.
to it.
Oh, you already did that.
Should I see anything? Does it-
You should see, I think you should see it added as a student in your course, in your,
It's in my roster.
it's in your roster, okay.
Now I have to think questions, that's the.
Okay, so let's decompress a little bit and let's take a quiz. Oh, question. Okay, questions in the chat.
I mean, there's a few people still having issues with logging in, but it seems like there's like a little bit more to that.
Yes, so that will have to be addressed at a different time. Why people are, I don't understand why anybody would have any trouble logging in.
Another one was asked a bit ago. Will students need an Illinois net ID to access the bot?
Will students need an Illinois to access the bot? No, I don't believe so. If the bot is employed in Coursera, sorry, not Coursera, Canvas, then I don't see how that should be an issue. And also, you can specify, I showed you that you can share the chatbot with literally anyone. I don't think these people have to be, see, there's someone here with a Gmail address who's one of the administrators of this one chatbot that we created. So I don't think it matters if your student is an Illinois student or not. Okay.
I think
That's it.
those are questions.
Okay.
Answer a couple of them.
Okay, thank you.
Especially because right there to add a website is that website button, right? On your dashboard.
Yes. All right, so let's play a little quiz. Let's do a little knowledge check, folks. Please join in. It's not required, and this isn't the last thing. We'll do one more thing after this, but I'm just giving you a time to decompress a little bit, and we'll see how much. You don't have to use your real name, by the way. You can use a pseudonym. You don't have to share your name with us. You can play anonymously. So just go to kahoot.it and then type in that game number. I will start the game in approximately, let's say, 20 seconds. There won't be any prize for the winner, except for you'll have some bragging rights, okay? All right, 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1, let's do it. Very nice. All of those answers are correct. It's a tutor, it's a chatbot, and it's a supplemental digital TA. Gee, I wonder who Zastas is. Yes, it is locally hosted. Illinois Chat is locally hosted by the National Center for Supercomputing Applications. Nice. All of those files are acceptable. TAC in the lead. This is for all the marbles, folks. Nice. I tricked three of you the way I worded the question. Of course, it can be linked up with Canvas. So let's see the podium. Hello, takes the bronze. MBA, silver. Uh-oh. TAC, congratulations. Thanks for playing, folks. Well, we don't have to know that. Yeah.
A few questions here. So someone's asking, can you see what questions is being asked about, such as an analysis window that can identify topics students are having trouble with?
Okay.
Or are questions visible?
Are the questions visible at all? I don't believe so, but we haven't had enough interactions. Yes, what?
Go to analysis. You can download the entire.
Yes, of course. Thank you. Of course, we can see you can download the entire conversation history. It comes in a .txt as a .txt file. Of course, you can see all of those, track all of those interactions. Sorry about that, and thank you. Yes. Uh-huh.
I'm noticing that files that are PowerPoints are failing in what can be viewed or at least accessed through this. Is that
Really? Okay, so I don't know about that. I'm being told that PowerPoint files are being rejected by the knowledge base.
It's
Under
fail.
project files. You tried uploading a PDF? Oh, sorry, a PowerPoint?
Yeah, so maybe we have to do those individually.
Oh, a Canvas. That I'm not quite sure. Having said that, folks, one of the things I'd like to advertise is there will be a session, Summer of AI session, devoted once again to Illinois Chat on Wednesday, July 2nd, right here in this very room, and online. It'll be hosted by Rohan Morwaha, who works for the NCSA and who co-created this tool. Okay, so mine is a little bit of an introductory program, whereas his, I think, will he will once again showcase what the Illinois Chat platform is about, including the use cases and future plans. Okay.
We also had a question, what portions of the Canvas course site is available to UIUC.chat? For example, there are many, are there any concerns about making UIUC chat able to see student grades, or are the grades hidden from UIUC chat?
So good question. So when you configure report on Canvas, you can see down here which you can restrict what types of content will be available. Files, syllabus, pages, assignments, modules, and discussions. You can identify the ones which you'd like it to read and which you would like to remain blind to UIUC chat. Assignments might have grades, yes. Okay, we've got 5 minutes. I am going to ask for a favor as I have before. Can you please, before you leave, it won't take you 5 minutes to do it, but please fill out this survey. I'm posting the link in the chat just now. Make sure when you access the form that you select the right workshop, which would be Intro to Illinois Chat with me on June 5th. You will have a couple of different options under this pull-down menu. So please highlight the right workshop. Oh, yeah. So, yes, go.illinois.edu. Uh,
Sign in.
and this very last slide, as you are filling out the survey, it identifies a couple of Illinois.chat resources. You're welcome to take a screenshot or a photo of this slide. There is a link or a web address for the calendar of Summer of AI events coming up for the rest of Summer of AI, including the July 2nd session on Illinois Chat. For additional questions about how generative AI is handled at our university, visit genai.illinois.edu. And this is something that I encountered in the workshop on Tuesday, and I posted it yesterday and today. This is useful to a lot, or it seems to be a popular question for a lot of college instructors. How do students and how do we cite generative AI sources? And this very last URL contains a lot of very useful information on how to properly cite generative AI in academic works. As a matter of fact, I'm going to share the screen and show you one other thing. I noticed it recently. This is a paper called AI Human Rights Impact Assessment for Educators Using AI. And the author of this paper put a disclaimer at the bottom of the document, highlighting the way that she used generative AI to craft this very document. And she used it for review and editing, to generate synonyms, refined wording, improve flow, and with conceptualization as well. And she also identified which tool it was, which was Microsoft Copilot. Last but not least,
Okay.
oh yes,
So there's a few people asking about the recording. I should look into.
yes, the recording will be all of the Summer of AI events are video recorded. I am not sure when they will be made available yet.
There's also one person asking, is the PowerPoint going to be available?
The PowerPoint can also be made available. Yes, I have everyone's contact information who attended the workshop, and once I get the clearance, I'll be happy to provide the slides for you. And last but not least, I'm going to use some theater lingo. If you liked this workshop, tell your friends. If you didn't, tell your enemies, okay? I'm going to repeat this sequence, the same sequence of 3 workshops, Microsoft Copilot, Adobe Firefly, Illinois Chat, in July on the 8th, the 9th, and the 10th, in this room and on Zoom at 2 p.m. each time. But please check out the calendar and see what we're offering during this Summer of AI. There are events happening every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, sometimes multiple events in a day, usually 1, but sometimes 2. So with that, it's 3 o'clock exactly. I want to thank you for your participation, and I hope to see you again during other Summer of AI events. And I'm grateful, very grateful for your presence here, and have a nice summer, everyone.